Now we will do question number 19. So question number 19 says, helpers are needed to prepare for the party. Each helper can make either 2 large cakes per hour or 35 small cakes per hour. The kitchen is available for 3 hours and 20 large cakes and 700 small cakes are needed. How many helpers are required? So in these questions, always first write down what do you need to find, because only then you can change your approach towards the question. So we need to find number of helpers for 20 large cakes and 700 small cakes, okay, in 3 hours. This is the time period. So this is the task. Alright. So now what we'll do is we'll use the given data from the question. So the question says 2 large cakes can be made by 1 helper. 2 large cakes can be made by 1 helper, right? In 1 hour. So 20 large cakes can be made by how many helpers? 1 upon 2 times 20. That is 10 helpers, right? So 20 large cakes can be made by 10 helpers. Now 35 small cakes can be made by 1 helper in 1 hour. That is given in the question, okay? So 35 small cakes can be made by 1 helper in 1 hour. So 700 small cakes can be made by 1 helper in 1 upon 35 times 700, that is equal to 20 helpers, right? So we need how many helpers? 10 plus 720 is equal to 30 helpers in 1 hour to finish this job. But in the question it is given that we need to complete this task in 3 hours. So we don't need to hurry or rush up in the process. So since 3 hours are given, so we require only 30 upon 3 is equal to 10 helpers. Alright. Once again, look at the question. Helpers are needed to prepare for the party. Each helper can make either 2 large cakes per hour or 35 small cakes per hour. The kitchen is available for 3 hours and 20 large cakes and 700 small cakes are needed to be baked. So how many helpers are required? So in 1 hour we calculated 10 helpers are required for large cakes and 20 helpers are required for small cakes. So total number of helpers required are 30, right? But these are for 1 hour, but we have 3 hours. So we need only 10 helpers because 10 helpers would ultimately make 20 large cakes and 700 small cakes in 3 hours. Alright. Now we'll move to next question. ABCD is a square of side 3 and E and F are the midpoints of sides AB and BC respectively. What is the area of the quadrilateral EBFT? If you look here, we need to find out this area. But it is very difficult to find out the quadrilateral area. So what we can do here is we can find the area of square, then subtract these two triangles, triangle AED and triangle DFC. If we are able to do this, then we'll ultimately end up in the area of quadrilateral EBFD. Okay, so how to move about this question? So what we can do here, so quad EBFD is equal to square area minus triangle AED minus triangle DFC. Okay, it will be square minus triangle AED minus triangle DFC. Now what is the area of the square? It is given to be 3 by 3, right? So area of square is equal to 3 times 3. Now minus triangle AED. Now if you look at triangle AED, area of triangle is always half times base times the height. Now AE is equal to EB because E and F are the midpoints. So AE is equal to EB. Since AB is equal to 3, so AE will be half of 3. So AE will be equal to 1.5. So half times AE, that is 1.5, times height, that is AD, that is 3. So area of triangle is half times 1.5 times 3. What about area of triangle DFC? DFC, here base is DC and height is FC. This height FC is equal to BF because F is the midpoint of BC. Now we know BC is equal to 3, so FC is equal to BC will be 1.5. So height is 1.5 and base is 3. Alright, so what we can write here, half times 3 times 1.5. Now if we solve it, what we'll get? 9 minus half times 1.5 times 3. These two can be added and they will be minus 4.5 together. So it will be 4.5. So area of quadrilateral is equal to 4.5. Okay, so option D is correct. So thanks for joining. We'll discuss more questions about GRE in our next part. Thanks a lot. This is Gaurav Valia from Karsak Education.